second column. The Seahawks are back after a dominating 34-14 win over the Atlanta Falcons on the road on Sunday afternoon. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us here on this post-game edition of Seahawks Today. And I got to tell you, coming into today, the vibes weren't good, right? You had a 3-game losing streak. You hadn't played very well the last few weeks. And then today was the spark this team had been looking for. They were well-rounded in all 3 phases. They executed so well on every facet, on every front. This was exactly what the doctor had ordered from this Seahawks team today. You have to be thrilled with the performance on all sides. I mean, I'm just in shock. Now, you did have an injury to DK, which wasn't good. He had a knee injury. He was carted off the field and did not return there in the second half. When we get more updates on DK, we'll let you know what's going on there in that situation. But, I mean, if you break this down piece by piece, Geno, fantastic. Just a really good day. 18 of 28, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns. The run game was the best it's looked in several weeks. The Seahawks rushed for over 100 yards, 4 yards a carry. K9 playing with the flu, right? It was his birthday. He had his flu game, and yet he still managed to have 14 carries for 69 yards, and he had 2 catches for 24 yards and a receiving touchdown as well. You know, I always remember when growing up, when I was playing football, my coaches would always preach about the difference between being hurt and injured, right? And you play with pain. You play through adversity. Kenneth Walker, I mean, I'm sure it didn't feel good at all to be dealing with those flu-like symptoms. And he put it all behind him and he made it happen. Credit where credit's due. The story of this game, though, the offensive line. I mean, like, I almost want to cry of how happy I am about this offensive line finally figuring it out. That's the best the offensive line has looked all year, folks. Looked all year. Only allowed 1 sack. And how about Mike Gerald? Can we salute Mike Gerald? Can everybody stand up, get on your feet? A round of applause. A round of applause for Mike Gerald. You might call this a hot take, but I think there's a decent chance the Seahawks found a new starting right tackle with what they saw out of Mike Gerald today. I don't need to see Stone Forsythe ever again. I don't need to see George Fant. And I don't know if Abraham Lucas is ever going to play again, honestly. Mike Gerald is that dude. Hopefully it wasn't just a one-off. Hopefully it continues and is a sign of things to come for a long time. But based on what I saw today, I'm very, very optimistic. And I hope he continues to thrive at this point going forward. We got plenty more to discuss here on this postgame edition of Seahawks Today. I want to talk about the receivers. We haven't even touched on the defense, who was outstanding today. I mean, there's plenty to discuss, to unpack from this win. But give me your one-word reaction to Seattle's performance against the Dirty Birds today. We ate the birds. K9, the dog, he was eating the birds today. We ate the Falcons. Give me your one-word reaction to what we saw from this Seahawks team. My one word is finally. Finally. We knew this team was capable of what they did today. Took it till week 7, but we knew this team was capable. And Atlanta is a good football team, folks. This is a huge statement win. This sends a message. This sends shockwaves to the rest of the National Football League. They were the favorites in their division entering the year. People were talking about this Atlanta team as a contender to win the entire NFC and potentially go to the Super Bowl. And you just went into their house and opened a can of whoop ass. Give me your one-word reaction. Let us know in the comments section. Folks, no better way to celebrate a Seahawks win than subbing for Dubs. Yes, you heard that right. We had an incredible time on our watch party on Sunday afternoon. And we're going to be live for every Seahawks game this season. We're bringing you our daily news and rumors, our live shows on Wednesdays, breaking news. If we get any more updates on DK, you're going to be the first to find out about it. Sub for Dubs. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. To subscribe now. You'll be glad you did. All right, let's go over the statistics here for you all. And I got to say, let's talk about the defense for a moment. Cousins was terrible today. They picked him off twice. Bijan had his fair share. This was the first time all season he rushed for over 100 yards, and the Falcons still lost as he had 103 yards and 1 touchdown. Kyle Pitts had his. Drake London has had a few plays, but none of those guys really dominated. And, the turnovers was the key. You got the 2 picks that you had in this game. One was by Kobe Bryant, who had one late, and he was awesome with 11 tackles today, especially with no Rayshon Jenkins out there. He really just elevated his play. He just embraced that Mamba mentality today, wearing that number 8 out there. You had Julian Love with an interception. Remember, he was just injured. He was banged up just a couple weeks ago. And to see what he did was very satisfying. And Derek Hall with the scoop and score touchdown. Maybe the play of the year for the Seattle Seahawks. Just outstanding. All facets. And we'll talk about the receivers in just a moment. But this defense, they stood strong. And this was an example of why Mike Macdonald was hired to be the head coach of the Seattle Seahawks. Who was Seattle's MVP versus the Falcons? There's plenty of nominees to choose from. Geno, you want to go DK, you want to go Derek Hall. What is it and why? Weigh in, let us know. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time is the place to go for the best seats, the lowest prices guaranteed. Whether you're looking for tickets to sport events, concerts, theater productions, comedy shows, and more, Game Time has got you covered. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats. You don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. They have their super deals. If you see a super deal, that is a deal you don't want to pass up on. They have their seat views. You can get the visual, see what your seat is like. And whether you're looking for tickets to Seahawks games, Kraken games, whatever it may be, you choose the event you want to go to. You choose your seat, see if you like that seat or not. And then you're checking out with Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, all major credit card providers. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use code CHATSPORTS, $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. All right. We're wrapping up here real quick, so let me run through some guys I want to shout out here. Geno did everything he needed to do. Everything he needed to do today. No complaints about Geno. 207 yards, 2 touchdowns, only sacked once. They gave him protection, and he played well. Imagine that. Crazy, huh? What a concept. I liked what I saw from him. Even JSN had a pass attempt, and I was nervous as hell. I hope I'd never see that play again, but it worked. So we'll see. 35-yard pass from JSN. Kenneth Walker finally got the ground game going. That's big for this team to see something out of him. That was refreshing. Charbonnet got involved quite a bit as well with 8 carries, 19 yards there. And then DK. We'll get more on the injury status. We'll let you know what's going on when we get more updates there. But my prize picks this week, I know they're not sponsoring this video, but I hate to brag. I hit my prize picks with DK in the first half. So, yeah, he was on one with nearly 100 yards. This was the version of DK we talked about in our pregame preview that we needed to see today. We got that version of DK as far as that goes. Noah Fant starting to find his footing. He's been solid this year. I like what I've seen from him. Tyler Lockett made some plays. It's all around very good. And just what we saw from the defense, the pass rush, and everything here. This is – even Jason Myers made some big-time kicks. Made a 59-yarder today. I think we can all sit here. Everybody is going to feel comfortable on that flight home to Seattle tonight. They're going to be passing the champagne around for everybody. Nobody's getting excluded. Coaching staff did their job. Offense, defense, special teams. This was just an all-around good team win. Now you play Buffalo. Let's see what they can do next. It's going to be a challenge. Grade the Seahawks' performance against Atlanta, A, B, C, D, or F. I'm going A. I really liked it. I'm going A. Give me your grade. Let me know. For continuing Seahawks coverage, subscribe now to Seahawks Today. I'm Tyler Jones. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.